I forgot something. I got to face off the back, and I have to drill a 390 hole to fit on the shaft over there in the back side. Ain't gonna work this way. Kick the RPM up now a little bit. I'm gonna go to 1,000 RPM. Alright. Chamfer that. Okay, now I need to drill a 390 hole in that. I oiled it. I did vacuum and oil or clean up everything and then oiled it. So, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute. So, I'll take that out of there, measure the length, and then I might go in there with a boring bar. I'm going to measure this length that I came up with, because I want to stay away from the bottom about 50 thou. So we're at well, we might as well say 500, so we want to go 450. I'm going to go 425 deep from this surface. And I think I am going to use boring bar. And if I can find my boring bar holder. This might be too big. Yeah, that's too big. Maybe I'll use a boring bar if I can find one. That will work for this. This one ought to work. Yep. This one will work. It's a homemade boring bar made out of an old router bit. Solid carbide router bit. Right, set my travel all, or travel dial, and first choice. That'll work. Still don't see it laying anywhere. Didn't roll in underneath. Nope. And I took my magnet off of my holder for my chip guard. Alright. Now we can go over to the mill and do some work. Hopefully. And no, that's not my burr knife, that's another Berwick. So what I want to do is I want to put a first thing I want to do is put a set screw hole in that. So I'm just going to put it in here like that. And I'm going to get a center drill. And we're going to go down, we're going to go here. And now I'm going to get it on center or damn close. And kind of show you a little trick. It's the same trick that I use for getting my tool bit on center height. Just come down on it on your scale. Just kind of hold light pressure on it. Can you see that? Yep. And you just crank it back and forth until that scale is parallel to the vice jaws. Right there. And it'll be damn close to center. I mean, it's not going to be exact, but close enough. And I got to get that phone. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to lower you down here. So you're looking at I'm going to drill and tap a hole there for a 1032 set screw. Yeah, this is definitely heat treated stainless. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough material. So I'm going to go with less than probably go with about 50% threads. So drill with a little bit bigger drill than I normally do. Maybe. 68. And I think I'm going to kick down in low. And get Earl. Get the Earl over here. Put some Earl on there. And then I'm going to get the Molly D. This oil probably would work just as good, maybe. I don't know. It's high sulfur oil. But I do like the Molly D, so I'll use that. And I get a 1032 tap. Plug tap, I don't want a bottoming tap. Do I have any plug taps? Or are they all bottoming taps? There, well, this looks like a plug tab that, whoops, was ground to get a little further down. And I'm gonna take the chuck out and put a center in that. Put my spring-loaded center in there. And we're going to put some LED on that tap. Load it up. LED is really nice stuff, but it's a little spendy. And we're going to come down and put a load on that. Definitely tough material. There we go. Alright. It's probably about 60% threads or so, which is fine. That's plenty good enough. This stuff. All right, now we need to be on center of this, exactly on center. So I'll have to put it in 5C collet, sweep this in, and then pick up the edge and then drill the hole. So I'm gonna put my tap away. Since I don't have many plug taps. Dropped it in the wrong bin. Don't want to do that. End up grabbing it and thinking it's one size and it's not. So I'm going to put it in a 5C collet now. 3/4 inch 5C collet, and put it in the collet block. Collet block, and then dial it in. I'm gonna hit that with a file. It's got raised up a little bit of a burr on there. I'm just rolling a file around it to take that little bit of a burr off. That's get it nice and smooth. That in there. up the vise. And tighten that up. Ow. Right. And we'll turn that around. Get a stop set. Tighten that up. I'm going to take the vise handle off. I have a tendency to dial stuff in and then loosen the vise up and go, oh crap, what did I do that for? Get an indicator out. My favorite indicator. It's a Mitutoyo. And it's actually made in, this one that's actually made in Japan. Not China, but Japan. Tighten that up a little bit. Shift up to high gear so I can actually turn it. Down. Move my. Alright. Let's tighten it up a little bit. Alright. Well, come on now. Cooperate. Just eyeballing to the center. Sorta, kinda. Now. Yep, got a quill stop. Turn it down some more. And the first thing I'm going to do is go here and pick up the high spot of the diameter. And then that's a 0 right there. Swing around the other side. And I can see we're way off anyway. I think I'm going to get my mirror out here. Oh, we're not touching it. I don't know if you're seeing the mirror in the mirror or not. Move you over here. It might be better if I turn that light off, huh? I'm just trying to get you to where you can see in the mirror too. Okay. So we're 5 below. Pardon me, I swallowed wrong. So, about 2.5. Zero. All right, bring it around the front. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to lock my y-axis there. And then I want to do is pick up this edge, and I'll just use my electronic edge finder for that. So I'll just change that. And grab my edge finder. And stick that in there. Quick it up. Okay, and break it over until it touches. Right there. So that's 100. So I'm going to set my dial at 100. And I'm going to back away, and I'm going to come back to it. Make sure that I'm there. Come back until it touches right there. That was kind of a heavy touch. That's good right there. And end in 160 in. So we'll crank the 100 and then 160. 100, 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. Right there. That's where we got to drill the hole. And I am going to take a break here. And I will be back.